it's interesting because we switched on 2010. We decided to make performances puppet theater for adults mostly until I have baby. 2015. So for these 10 years, we've just worked with social politic issue, adults only, like very dark, and then I have baby. When I have baby, because I always say like, being parents is 24 hours. Being artist is 24 hours. How can I split them? It's impossible. Crazy. It was just like, oh, maybe this is just only about my brain. No, my brain is so small. I cannot divide. So I decided to make a piece, a work that works for both. Still have a very good, because I believe that a good quality for a piece with a good quality for children must be having a good quality as well for adults. Either they can have
Yes.
a different understanding. We
Yeah.
can give it a dark side for the adults, but another's perspective for the children.
Yeah.
So we have in this way in our brain for making Peace for Paper Moon. So that's why we found that our audiences will grow. It's very interesting because I saw one of the audience came, and she was in my daughter's age, 2 years old, when she came and visit our first performance. And now she came, buy tickets, bring her friends to watch Paper Moon.
Very
So we
nice.
can see like it's about once you get this experience, and until adults you will always still love it.
Yeah.
It's not like the children
Become
children
part of the
that
life.
children
Yeah.
theater in that way, but I always say it's a multi-generational piece, like you can see that, like we can say Totoro or other Ghibli movies. It's always goes to many different layers of ages, right? Like
Yeah.
kids love it as ponyo, but the parents, the adults, can catch it in many different ways as
Yes.
well. So I think those kind of art forms that I would love to Paper Moons explore, and that reflect how we proceed with our festival as well. Like the night show mostly goes for the young adults to the adults, and the day show it can goes for the younger
Younger
audiences.
kids.
So I think by seeing you guys see mothers bringing their children visiting this festival, and it feels like this is the place that they feel safe to bring the whole family. Some of them like bringing grandmothers, grandpa coming watching the performance as well. And they know it's a place that you can sit and just see your kids run, and then in the time, okay, let's go to see the performance, and they will sit down having a conversation. So I think that's the best. But the good point when you ask where's the father, because it is most of our audiences are women. I think because it's the sensitivity of it, of the piece itself. I don't know. Yeah, but all of Paper Moon artists, performer, I'm just the only woman in the company.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, six of us.
Yeah.
Five are male.
Uh-huh.
I'm the only woman.
Are you working? Your husband working with you also?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the co-artistic director
Artistic director.
of
Ah,
Paper
I
Moon.
see.
Okay. Okay. So interesting, this one.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, that's also what we found, especially in Paper Moon's audiences, mostly women watching the show.
And what kind of support you get from, because you do a lot for your community. I mean, it is how to say,
Yeah, it's a collaboration
yeah,
actually.
yeah. But what kind of support you get from them, actually, to make it everything happen?
Which part of community do you mean by that?
People of Georgia, for example.
It's
Okay,
interesting.
this is
Maybe the first question is who are the sponsors?
uh,
Because you already
yes.
made to the community.
No, because just now when we talk about like how Purple Moon growth here in Georgia, and we see plenty of like you doing for the community in a way
Yeah.
that you know that they need something like this. They may need something like this, and then you provide that. And and then you provide that, and then they will come to see your show or be the audience of
Yeah.
the festival,
Yeah.
right? And I want to know like how more they support other than just come to your show. Do you get some
Merchandises,
support?
definitely. Like for example, like they bought merchandises,
Uh-huh.
but also by telling their friends, and they keep coming back. I think
Oh,
that's the
okay.
biggest supports.
Okay.
And I think in some cases, well, like once they have a business, and they say, I would love to support Paper Moon. I would
Okay.
love to
I understand
support
it.
Pesta Boneca. Like for example, some friends they even didn't we didn't put their logo, but they keep sending jamu. Like the herbs drinks for the artists because they said they must be very exhausted. They need this, and this is the Javanese herb drinks for everyone. So it's just like those kind of showered with that. And for example, like some vegetarian cafe, and they know about us, and like, can I support you for the foods for the vegetarian artists? Or like Pable, we are talking about this company. We never met each other before, but we knew each other from social media, for example.
You mean the clothes?
Yeah, the clothes and the bag.
Okay. They don't even. Oh, they.
No, we
Payable.
Pable,
Payable.
Pable.id. So they said like, what can we do to support you? We would love to be part of your festival.
Oh.
So maybe they see another value of our festival as something else, right? Like, I don't know, maybe the reach of the audiences, maybe, or I'm not sure, but at least we have the same value, and we would love to support you. What can we do? And they approach us and asking that question. What can we do to help you? Like another company said, and once we know that it will be in this kind of nature, I asked a friend who has a company of what do you call it, like an organic oil,
Insect space or something.
yeah, something like that, to support for the insects repellent.
Uh-huh.
And they made it organically support with 150 bottles, for example, for all the artists. So those kind of supports, that it's not just only about the money,
Yeah.
but
But you didn't even like open call for
nope.
support. They just know
Yeah.
that you are having
Yeah,
the.
some of them happens like that. Like Sekolah Murid Merdeka, if you saw the mushroom and the flowers installation in front of our
Oh,
shops,
yeah.
and they have activities. It's actually it's a school
Uh-huh.
that they actually supported our other festival, because we do a performing arts for young audience festival. It's another festival that we run.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
sister of Pesta Bonica, but we try to make it more other people can have it, not Paper Moon having it, but we initiate it. So because they know that the importance of arts for children, they would love to be part of it as well, and they ask, what can we do, and what can we support for this time? So some stuff like that, like it doesn't have to be money,
Yeah,
but
that's
those kind of in-kind
more
supports.
important.
Yeah, and for example, we did an open call for the arts and craft tenants,
Uh,
because we know that when the festival happened, with the schedules that we have, all of these artists might not be possible to go to the market to buy gifts for their friends back home, or right, like they don't have the chance to do that because we are sucked in the festival schedules. So in that time, it was on 2018, I started to do an open call for the tenants, for artisan designers that are keen to sell their products in our festival. So our artists can get the best, because it's coming from the artisan, and you can meet the maker, you can talk to them. It's not just only going to Malioboro and like the traditional market. Okay, buy, purchase, but you can discuss, you can talk, the creativity as well, like those kind of situation as well. And in exchange to that, we ask them to donate maybe 15 or 10 or 20 items from their brands, and we will give it to the artists. We put it inside the bags as a gift. So we don't get any money from them at all. But it's like, again, it's how to,
exchange and
and
then
once the artists open their bag and they see like, oh, little gift, from the artist in June, it's really sweet, like it's very
Yeah, I
special.
was just wanting to ask, what is the plot, the flower pot thing?
It's actually I designed that. That is from Paper Moon.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is so nice. I will be planting another gift for my
Yeah, yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
actors inside.
So a couple of yeah, we
friends
just
there.
it's special. So that support's coming in that way as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And artists will know what kind of local products the cultural industry has here.
Exactly. I mean, it's okay. I want batik. Yeah, it's easy to you go to the
Yeah,
market, you find it easily. But
yeah,
then meeting those artisans,
yeah,
it's very rare. Like,
yeah,
how can you
yeah,
find them?
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know. So
Sure.
that's why we do this
Yeah,
market.
and we buy some insect spray too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. I think that's a very good idea.
What was your question just now you want to ask?
Did I? Oh, the I mean the budget or the
Component of the
components
budget.
or the yeah of the budgets. Uh,
How the money was spent.
no, the
No?
how it like you said about that 1 billion thing,
Mm,
and where does it come from?
okay.
Oh.
So this year, we got supported by the Ministry of Cultural and Education.
Uh-huh.
Some part we got supported by that,
Mm.
and then
Is it governmental?
government,
Yeah.
the Ministry of Culture and
Yeah.
Education.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
We got some support from there. We got some support from local government as well
Mhm.
for the tourism parts.
mm-hmm.
Um, and we got some supports from. We do fundraising, basically.
Oh.
We always do fundraising,
Uh-huh.
but this year we had a very special way of doing fundraising. We
Uh-huh.
call it the dining room project.
Uh-huh.
So usually, well, not usually, but 2018, because that was so it was before pandemic. 2018, so 16, 18, I think. Maybe three edition before pandemic. We always like Paper Moon always perform traveling to many cities,
Mm-hmm.
and we put the tickets in quite high price to
Mm-hmm.
support the festival.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So we do fundraising in so by Paper Moon show.
Yeah.
So we published that we will do a fundraising. So we'll travel to three cities: Jogja, Jakarta, Bandung, for example. The tickets will be this much, but that will support our festival.
You mean the showing it to Indonesian
Yeah, yeah, our
I mean
Indonesian
audience.
audience.
Oh,
But we
okay.
perform like in each cities 10 times or like 12 times or, and it's usually at that time it succeed.
Mm-hmm.
So the last 2 years, 2020, because it was pandemic, so we got supported by the local government.
Mm-hmm.
2020 we got supported by local government, but the consequences is we cannot sell tickets.
Oh.
The event is to be free.
Okay.
That's crazy, but we took that a chance.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't we couldn't cover the whole
Yeah.
budget at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So Paper Moon had another production commission work,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just take some money from there and to cover the other this
Festival.
festival.
Mm-hmm.
So this year we decided not to ask for that money again because we want to try to back to the selling to
Mm.
sell tickets, and we would
Mm.
love to see how the audience reaction with this,
Mhm.
and then we did this dining room project, but because we couldn't have the energy to do crazy lots of performances this year, so okay, let's try something else. We found this is very interesting. It's very crafted. It will always change, I think, but the idea was actually we work with a host, and then we will perform in their dining room. They invite their guests with the understanding that they will
Support
support
culture.
a festival.
Mhm.
So rich people, you mean?
Yes,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Dining room, you means their home.
their home.
Oh, okay.
So we work with at that time it's like it's an idea that just came like that in the morning. I got my morning coffee with my husband, and I said I would love to think about this dining room project. Like we will perform in her dining room, like really in her home.
But then you need to perform in many dining room.
No, only one. But then because Iwan is a visual artist, my husband is a visual artist, and he makes paintings, artworks. So I said like, do you mind to donate some of your painting for this project? And he said yes, because he have some that he exhibited that pieces and it came back home. So it was not sold, right? Like, okay, let's do it. Let's try. But it's very interesting. So we chose one person. She's a very very famous actress, but she's also our friend in Jakarta, and she's I can say she's one of what do you call it? Philanthropist. Philanthropist is like the person that have an understanding of making a foundation, donating to other, making like those rich people that give monies to many, like charity things.
Okay.
And she's really like, she has a perfect profile for us. So I just sent her WhatsApp and said like, hey, I have an idea. Would you like to help us on this? And I just sent the ideas, la 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 la. This name is Dining Room Project. This is what the host needs to cover. This is what Paper Moon will cover. Will you be okay to do this, la 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 la? And we will do auction of my husband's artwork. And she's one of the collectors of my husband's artwork as well. And it's just like, it's the universe just made it into that. It's like I've told you, it's very crafted. Once we move to another house, it will be a very different way, right? In 2 minutes, she say, yes, I would love to do this. In 2 weeks, we prepare for that.
You make a show, show.
We made a show in her kitchen with fruits as well involved. We got supported. Like, we just have to pay very very cheap for tremendous yummy foods in Jakarta, which is crazy expensive. We made it. We almost got the same money with what the minister gave.
Really?
Yes. So it was like, wow, this is insane. This is insane. Wow. But again, it's maybe one of a time, but it's crafted. But we would love to try again next time. We want to keep it exclusive, and people like, I want to go, I want to go, I want to get that chance. But in another way, we still try to do like a public, like it's more like everyone can. Yeah,
Yeah.
but this time we didn't have that energy yet, so we'll just see. We'll go with the flow. We will try to find the way how we will try to find the funding. It's always unstable, but I love it.
How many guests
love
do
it.
you have at that time? In that dinner?
35.
35
It's a big dining
in
room.
a dining room?
That's why I said like it's crafted.
Okay. It's like a small mini ball.
And you have to make a show that everyone can see in a dining room.
Yeah.
I'm so curious. How many
How
actors
big?
you have? At
No,
the
just only Paper Moon's team. Only four of us. Five of us go.
five five is already a huge number for us.
It is, it is. But
Yeah.
Paper Moon is six.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like Paper Moon is six people.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it is. Again, like it depends on your situation. We cannot
You should put the name on the supporter list.
Sometimes.
Read out their names.
like this. This is the.
You can get the.
This is
Oh, it's about a chef or it's about.
yeah. It's about.
Wow.
This is her home.
This is her home.
It's
Like I've told you, she's an actress.
look
She's
like
a very
that.
famous.
Am-
very famous celebrity.
ambassadors. I mean,
Oh my god.
residents. Wow.
That's her.
Wow, she's young.
She's young. She's my age.
Wow, and she already has
I
this
mean,
kind
come
of
on,
home.
it's a family issue, Like
okay.
her husband is actually was one of big name family.
Okay, and you make
But
a
it's very
tabletop of
fun.
it?
But because it's we're friend,
Yeah, yeah.
so that's what I found. It's very interesting. It's because we are not approaching her as someone that you don't know and you ask money from them. Like
Yeah,
it's something that you've been built for years.
yeah.
And when we know that, oh, maybe we can tap their shoulder and like, hey, I need your help. It's the same thing when they tap our shoulder and say, hey, I need your help. Can we do this? Because I also said to her, like a couple of people who came in that dinner, oh, I want to host this as well in my house. But they are that kind of, that kind of personality. Like, this dining room project is not for you.
Oh, you choose.
Of course. Of course. So we can still have the similar position.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, oh, I pay for that dining room project. You're like,
okay.
oh, sorry, man, no, you're not. It's
yeah.
not easy. So
Yeah,
having
true.
that, that's also important.
Yes,
In that
way.
you're right.
Yeah, like we have to really find. They need to understand, and most people maybe we are rich, we can pay whatever you want. I can pay your festival, like the whole festival. I will give you the money. It's
Put
not
my name
about
there.
it. Put my name there. Yeah, but it's not that way.
Mm.
You have to really understand what it is.
Mm.
You know, like because we didn't want it we are not selling it. You know, it's about the understanding, the conversation, and it's not for free. I mean, we do the auction, and they won the artwork so hard. So that's why they do the auction. If they don't like it, they're not auctioning, right? They don't raise their hands. It's again, it's because we try to understand also what they want and what they need. It's not just only thinking about us, but also what do they. Maybe these people always want to go at performance, but the performance never come. They never know how, because there's no, again, access. Once they come and see this, like it happened on your dining room, wow, okay, I'll come and watch it. You're my friend, because I always make sure to her, these people needs to be your friend. You have to be comfortable to host them. It's not the people that you will kind of like, oh my god,
Open
these people,
call on
okay, they are
Facebook.
very rich, they would love to chip in this festival, but I hate her so much, for example. Like,
Understand it.
so I say, no, it needs to be someone that you love to so that's why it's in your dining room, I said. We are not, we are not renting a restaurant,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's not a gala dinner.
Yeah.
That's what I say. It's not a gala dinner.
So you provide the performance and also some artworks and food.
No, the foods actually. So the basic, they pay already for the foods.
Ah, okay.
So it's not for free for them.
Okay.
So they pay for the foods, and then we give them performance.
Uh-huh.
So Paper Moon cover like performance, transport, our own expenses. We cover it on our own. Like, so we are not asking them for, oh yeah, this is our flight tickets, this is our accommodation. We put it out from our money, from our pocket money. So
And-
that's also to see how, we are in the same level. You provide that, I provide this.
So, so you didn't even take the ticket free. I mean, because they come just for they just pay for their food. Did they pay for to see your performance?
No.
No. So
No.
it's a performance for free.
Yeah, they
In
understand.
the dinner.
Well, we put but it's very small for the no, they're not paying for the performance.
They're just paying for what they
They come
buy
to come.
for the
They
painting.
they buy. I mean, they pay for coming to that night.
Okay.
So, and that's cover only the foods.
Only the foods. Wow. So you really.
And it's not expensive, basically.
Yeah.
For them, yeah. For them, it's not expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So basically,
So you have to sell the paintings. If not,
of
you
course,
would